Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Anna at Daisy Station, a channel where we do oracle cards readings. If you're here for the first time, very much welcome. I hope that you stick around and enjoy today's reading. And in today's reading, we are going to be looking at how do they view you at work. For that, I have prepared for you 3 groups, so do hit a pause button if you would like to look at them a little bit more to see which ones of those you resonate with the most. We have here group number 1 with Moonology Messages Oracles, group number 2 with the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, and group number 3 with the Healing Waters Oracle. So let's get to the group number 1. Welcome to my lovely group number 1 with the Moonology Oracle cards. Before we look at your card, let's get some runes and see what is the overall energy around you as a professional. So the rune number 1 is Dagas, and Dagas is associated with themes such as a breakthrough, awakening, and awareness. Then we have the rune number 2, Isa. Isa represents eyes, so there is a little bit of a stagnation or a blocked energy flow, so we'll see what is this about. And the rune number 3 is the Sovilo rune. It's a rune of victory and sun, essentially, so a lot of positive notes in here, a lot of alignment, essentially at the place of work. It could also represent a situation where you're actually aligned with your path of what you're supposed to be doing. So let's see the card. And the card that you chose is Moon Cold, Meant to Be. So that is a really good card combined with Dagas that talks about awakening and awareness. Essentially looks like this was meant to be, so whatever you're doing right now, it is your calling, it is what your soul wants you to do professionally. And at your place of work, people that are around you, they see that aspect that you are exactly in your element and that you are fulfilling yourself as an employee or maybe a company owner. So they see that you are following your path and you have this credit of trust from their side. When it comes to the rune Isa, in the context of you being an employee, then perhaps there is maybe a little bit of a stagnation, whether it be around your development, because you are doing what you're meant to be and everyone knows about that, so you're in the right position and other people see that. But the Isa rune can indicate that there is maybe a little bit of a stagnation or a slower period where you perhaps could be looking at how to elevate your skills, or you could be looking at how you can improve further. And when it comes to Sovilo, this let us know that you are quite successful in your position, so you're viewed as a person that is at the right place at the right time with the right skill set, and you're very much respected for that. Now let's get some Prism cards to see what type of emotions there are around you at your place of work. Here are my lovely Prism cards, which are absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to shuffle them and see what's gonna fall out for you. So what type of emotions there are around you at work. Sadness. Okay, we'll see. Energy. ideation. Okay. Cleanse. Let's get one more. There we go. Consciousness. So let's start maybe with the sadness card. The sadness card could relate here to Isa. So the sadness could be connected with some sort of a stagnation that is happening for you. If you're at your place of work, if you're hired by a company, perhaps it would mean that you are maybe a little bit stuck and you don't know what's going to be your next move. You don't see clearly where is the area that you could be improving. You don't see what your next steps are. So that's where the stagnation feeling comes from, and ultimately sadness, because you do enjoy the type of work you're doing. You do enjoy being at your place of work and working with the themes that you're working with, and you're very successful around it. But there is this idea of stagnation, and as a result of that, of course, we are also, that's connected with the consciousness. You are conscious about that type of energy. If you're a business owner and if you work with your own customers, this could potentially mean that your very successful business and your very successful idea is stagnating at the moment. So perhaps you could look at taking up additional areas of work. Maybe if you work with providing some sort of services, you could expand a little bit around that. So you could see what else falls into your bucket of expertise and also offer that to your customers. There is an ideation card which indicates that you already know what this could be. So both if you're hired, but also if you have your own company, you have ideas for yourself and you can see how you can grow. So that's already is brewing, and the card meant to be is telling us that perhaps it is a good time to take this leap and follow through with your ideas. You are very successful in what you're doing, so expanding on your skills and expanding on your area of expertise is only going to promote growth in you and make you even better. It will also help you to cleanse. So since we are at the point when you are stagnating, there is maybe a little bit of a less positive energy surrounding you. So following through the steps of bringing up your skills and expanding on your skills will also help you to cleanse, to have a fresh start and maintain this high level of energy that is within you, which we can see here. Let's put this on the side now and let's look further. Let's take some of the Moonology cards and see what else comes through as a message to give us further context. So they are already pre-shuffled, and I will choose 2 cards. I think it should be this one. Moonlight Enchanted. Very nice card. We're gonna talk about it in a second. And New Moon Beginnings. Wow. So let's first start with the New Moon Beginnings. We just talked about that perhaps there is something related to the stagnation. If we started something new that would help you to elevate, and this card is telling you that right now it's the time to do it. So not only it's meant to be, but now is the time to take the next steps. So do have those conversations around how you can develop. Be really focused on what you want. There is a clear idea that you understand what you want and what you expect. There is a clear idea that you are full of energy to have that. So if you're employed, do have a conversation with your manager, with your boss around that. What could the next steps be and how they can contribute to you, because you're at the center here, and they already see that you're kind of making this move. So it's not going to come as a surprise. This conversation is not going to come out of blue. They are kind of ready for that, and you can come through. It's also a new beginning for you, so it will be a new beginning, something new unfolding within you and your professional life that will really make you even more powerful, I want to say. Let's have a closer look at this card. We have this beautiful person here surrounded by tigers, and she's the queen. I can see they are the queen. There is a lot of energy that also corresponds with this energy card here. Very beautiful card. And Moonlight Enchanted. That is also a very beautiful card. This card encourages you to take the steps because you're safe, because you are in the space where you can afford taking risks. So Moon Enchanted refers to this feeling when you're surrounded by the moonlight and everything feels so surreal, but also safe and comfortable. And because it's so safe and comfortable, it also means you can go ahead and take those steps because you're protected. The divine energy is around you and it is supporting what you want to do, what you wanted to be your next step. Wow, so this is really good. This is a really good reading, you guys. Take a moment to reflect on where you want to go with your career. Take a moment to understand what your next steps would be, because you have to make them up for yourself. Don't let other people tell you what is your next step supposed to be. Don't let other people tell you what you should be further developing into, and what you should be working with. You know that. You exactly know what you want to do with your career, and you exactly know what could be the next steps. You can receive guidance in terms of, okay, I want to go into this general direction, and then of course it's always a good idea to talk to professionals already within that area to understand how they are working, what would be good skills to look at it expanding. But don't let other people just come and say, oh, you should also be doing this. No. You know what you should be doing, and you know what should be your next steps or what should be the area you look into. So really follow through, because there is a success waiting for you on the other side and you will be extremely happy. So yeah, this is the overall energy about you and how other people see you at work. They see you as this very strong individual, that is determined and really good at what they are doing. They see that you're stagnating, but it's now your time to take the next step and move forward with that stagnation feeling and work through it to really get to the other side of the success, which is already waiting for you. Thank you so much for sticking around, group number 1, and I hope this resonated with you. Do let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts, if that's where you are right now. I always enjoy reading those. And also feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button if you would like to see more content from me like that. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day or evening ahead, and I hope to see you again. Hi, and welcome to my lovely group number 1. For those of you that opted for Moonology manifestation cards, let's start off by drawing 3 runes to see what is the overall energy around you as an employee or as a company owner, how others view you in a professional aspect. So the first rune that we have here is called Manas, and essentially it refers to mankind. So that lets me know that you do perhaps work with a lot of people to begin with. That could be your area of expertise. But it also talks about topics such as awareness, self-knowledge, and being conscious as a collective. So this rune tells me also that at your place of work you are viewed as a person, or if you're self-employed it's equally important. So the general context here is how others view you as a professional. So in such a case, you are a person that is aware of collective, so you're aware of the collective at the company, or you're aware of the collective as a whole. So you're not only thinking about yourself, but you also think about other people, you know, how those projects fall into a greater context, which is not something that everyone is doing. So that is a very beautiful type of energy to have around you at your place of work. The second rune that we have here is Thurisas, and Thurisas refers to a thorn or a giant. A lot of energy of resistance here, but also a lot of powerful energy of breaking down the boundaries and breaking the confidence, really. Immediately what I get here as a message is that because you are a person that sees the collective here with Manas rune, so you not only think about yourself, but you think about the collective. You're also the person that is clearly interested in voicing that truth, and you're a person that is not afraid to come through with some messages, even though maybe they are not as conventional. So if there is something that doesn't work on the collective level, you will come and call it out. Let's say you work on a project and you have this maybe a team involved that is not performing and is stagnating. You would just go and call them out for that. You wouldn't do it in an unpleasant way, but you would still do it. Oh, let's see. Let's see what way you would do it in. And at last we have Berkana. And Berkana represents new beginnings, growth, fertility, but also spring. So sort of like starting something new, how we could understand it here. Perhaps you just took on a new role, or you are going to be taking on a new role, or you are in a new type of setup. Maybe there are new people around you at your work, like key people around you at your work. But there is also a lot of growth aspects. So yeah, so other people do see that even though you're in this new situation or a new scope of work, you are growing as well in it, and you are being productive and ultimately successful. So those are the runes. Let's see what cards we have here. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. Beautiful, beautiful. Assess the situation here in the context of Manas and Thurisas. So you see what's happening around you. You see if something doesn't work or doesn't work towards the collective good, but assess the situation before you come forth, because you're not afraid to come forth, and you're doing that all the time. I feel like you are that kind of person that is really, you know, something doesn't work here, let's work around that. But sometimes maybe when you do that, it comes from a place of emotions, which is very valid, but we need to dial it down a little bit at your professional surroundings. So this card is really encouraging you to do that. Come forth with your truths, reflect on this, the situation that is happening. Don't tame yourself, but come like a Virgo in a very constructive well put way, so other can also receive the points, right? Because if we have really valid points around something professional and we express them in an inappropriate way, or maybe a way that is not aligned with other people, the point will not come across, and as a result of that, we won't have really the result that we are looking at. On the contrary, we can get more conflictive situations out of that. But if we come through in a constructive, well thought through way, then we are more likely to succeed in that as well. And now let's take some Prism cards. So we take some Prism cards and we'll see what type of emotions we can see around this situation here and in this context. Oops. Abundance. Beautiful cards you want to have in your reading about your work. Peace. Be the peacemaker. That's what I just heard. Let's get a few more. Mystery. Oh. And faith just flipped right out. Let's take one more, because I typically take 5, and there are more than one. Determination and strength. My lovely group number 2, you are onto something. You're definitely viewed as a person that is strong and determined. That's given. And that's perhaps because you're the kind of person that sees the collective. You don't only look at yourself, but you also see the collective. So use that towards your advantage. There is an aspect of a mystery around this situation. So perhaps what you know is not really known for other people, and that's where you can really come through and have this new beginning, because you will help to shed a light on something that is not yet overly known. And if it's known in some areas, it's maybe not known to the right people. So you can really turn that around. It's with you. You're on that. That's quite a big task to have, but know that you have this power to see through. There is also peace and faith. To be the peacemaker, again, think about the way you communicate, because the things that you know, and sort of feels like other people know that you know something. So they already know that you know something, but they don't know what this is yet. You have a full power to decide how this is going to come through. And really encouraging you here to think again, like how you're going to communicate this aspect. And once this is cleared out, there is a lot of abundance, but also peace. Apart from being a peacemaker, there's also a lot of abundance here at work for you. So you're either looking at being promoted, possibly being given some extra tasks that might lead to your promotion. You're taking a different project that will take you elsewhere with your financial situation after these elements are sorted out. So at last, let's take 2 Moonology cards extra here to see what else is in this situation. Let's see. I think I want to take this one. So we have full moon in Pisces, forgive. What a beautiful card. And we have first quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. My lovely group number 2. It feels like you know something that you know, and perhaps you just lost your faith. This can happen, but I'm here to tell you that you need to believe that you have the power to turn things around, and you have the strength and the determination to do that. So have a little bit of faith. See how this all works beautifully. Have faith, have focus, and really come through. If you are self-employed and you are currently battling with maybe a bit of a stagnation because let's say, what could be the scenario here? Maybe you have your own company and there is a new competitor on the market, on in your area, making you slow down a little bit. You have a way to overcome it, and have faith that this is going to happen with you. Now we also have the full moon in Pisces forgive card. It nearly feels like whatever you know, and whatever there is this mystery around, whatever there is this thing that you know is also causing you a little bit of a distress at your place of work, and other people see that. So hey, they see that you are a little bit distressed, and they know that you know something, but they don't know what it is, and you need to deliver it to them in a nice way. But it also encourages you here to forgive that person, or whoever it might be, that entity that really didn't serve you or doesn't serve you in this situation. Right, we have quite a few forgiveness cards recently falling through, so collectively we are probably in that mood to forgive a lot of things. When we forgive, we don't say, hey, you did the right thing. We say, we understand you did something wrong, we understand you did something that bothers me, but I'm not going to be bothered by that anymore, and I'm not going to carry that emotions with me, because ultimately this takes space in your head that could be taken by some other greater things, greater ideas that will really lead you to the success. So full moon in Pisces, this is the card that essentially encourages you to forgive, even though you don't agree with the situation. Just do it for your own sake, so we can move on and find your inner strength and keep pushing forward, because you are here in this situation, you're viewed as an extremely successful person. All right, so that was all for you, my lovely group number 2. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and do let me know in the comment section below how did that resonate with you, and feel free to subscribe and click the notification button if you'd like to see more videos like that in the future. Thank you so much for sticking around, and love and light to you. Hi, and welcome to my lovely group number 3 for you that chose this Healing Waters Oracle. Before we look at the card, let's have a look at 3 runes that will show us the overall energy around you as a professional. So we have 3 runes that came through. The first one is a rune called Yera, which refers to the harvest and a 1-year cycle. So the key themes that are associated with this rune are the reward, again, cycles of nature, peace and happiness. So we could understand that perhaps what just happened is you are going to be going through a promotion, or you have gone through that, or you accomplish your first year of your company if you are working with that, or you've just kind of finalized another year of your company. But this is a rune marking a cycle coming to an successful, the key word here, successful end. Second rune that came through is Fehu, and Fehu represents wealth. So that lovely ties with this end of a cycle year, or it doesn't have to be necessarily a year depending on how you view that, but this is an end of a cycle that's also very successful, and we see that there is a financial gain, increase in your income, or maybe you expanded your possessions when it comes to your professional life. So if you're like a private company owner, perhaps you got some extra equipment that you're going to be using. If you are hired by other company, maybe you have gone through a pay increase, or you have changed your title, which was also resulting in increasing your income. And the rune number 3 is a thorisas, and thorisas represents a thorn, and as the thorn you have this power to pierce through, which means that you are probably breaking down the boundaries. So you're maybe working outside of the scope that you are hired to do. You do more, but not because you have to, because you are just that type of person that is delivering a really high value. If there is something that's not optimized, you also can call it out and stand up. You have that power, and you are extremely resistant and focused to work through about anything. So that's how essentially other people see you. You are a very strong, independent person that is also very successful in what they are doing. And you just finished a cycle. If other people see you as you finish a cycle, they also see, hey, this person perhaps should be promoted because you sort of expanded on your current role beyond what was expected, and you deserve to be moved forward. Let's have a look at your Oracle Waters cards. Bounteous, generously given, relationships coming together. Beautiful. If you haven't been promoted yet, you're about to be, or you're going to expand on your wealth. And there will be a lot of people coming together. Another occasion, another situation of what could happen would be that there would be people coming together to elevate you. Yeah, let's see. Let's see first with the Prism cards what type of emotions there are around you, if there are any blockers, if there is anything that we should be aware of. Typically 5 cards, so let's see how many will fall out. Oh, here we have comfort. Very beautiful. Oh. Fear. Interesting. Let's elaborate. Sadness. Mystery and sweetness. I feel like I need one more. Anger. There we go. Right. So there are different ways to understand the emotions cards or the prism cards in this reading. Sometimes they have different context, varying from group to group, but in the context of you watching this, there are some emotions and feelings that we should discuss now, and those are, until they are sorted, they are going to be blocking your success and promotion. Right, so let's talk about anger and fear and sadness. Obviously, less positive aspects. So you're angry at something at your place of work. Something is really playing a trick on you. Something is really straining your energy. Something is really having quite a negative impact on you at your place of work. And it also makes you full of fear, in a sense that the situation that makes you angry, you don't know how it's going to play out in the future. You don't know if it's going to stay this way forever, or is anything going to change, and ultimately you are very sad because of that. And you're sad because you really, I would even be inclined to say that you love your job. Your job is really fulfilling your expectations. Your job is really fulfilling what you want to work with. It fits your skills greatly. But because of that situation, your experience is less positive as of recent. There's also an aspect of mystery here, and in this particular context, a mystery is this refers to this element that makes you sad. However, there is a lot of positive energy around your person, and you are coming together. So perhaps a way to solve this conundrum right here would be to come together with your colleagues, would be to come together with your employees, your customers, to really solve this as a collective. I think that's the right message. That's what I'm hearing right now. You need to come together to solve this. Perhaps you won't be able to take this topic by yourself. By having Theresa's here, I understand that you want to. You are very strong. You're determined. You're not afraid to say your truths, but you won't be able to fix that situation yourself. You need to seek support from other people around you, perhaps people within your team or people within your community, to help you address this topic. And then you can return back to loving your work and loving where you are, and loving what you work with, because that is what you do. You're very successful at what you are because you are aligned and you're working with what you're supposed to be working with. But there is this distressing aspect. Let's take two more of the Waters Oracle cards to see what else is here to understand in this particular situation. They are pre-shuffled, so let me choose. Follow the stream, dedication, trust, future, rivers, and oceans. Beautiful. The Water Oracle, psychic abilities, acting on vision, it's destined. Follow your stream. Follow the stream. The stream here is fixing this. It is like your calling. It is like something that you have to do, and you're the one that can start. It feels like you won't be able to have the situation unfold fully by yourself, but you are the leader of this situation. So if there is something that you want to come forth with, collaboration with other, and then taking this leadership role here for this particular situation is something that is going to put you on the other side. Another way to interpret those runes is that in the context of this situation is that this situation is about to be completed and resolved and unfolded. So you're very close, it feels like, to do that. And then the Water Oracle, psychic abilities, acting on your vision, it's destined. It feels like here that since you are going to be this leader that puts this matter through and puts this matter forth to other people, you also need to be able to foresee the next steps and foresee what's going to happen and unfold. So take your time to understand those variables before you come forth, because this is something that is essential for this situation to be resolved. Your vision is that your vision is clear as a day. This is not here. That's the vision. This shouldn't be here. And that is clear, but there is a bit more, feels like, implication behind that, so you really need to understand those variables before you come forth. You have the psychic abilities here would refer to the fact that you can see this through from the beginning to the end, and you are the one that's going to lead seeing this matter through, and it's meant for you to do that, but you cannot do it alone, right? So that's a very good reading, group number 3. There's something that bothers you, and that's fine, but you also have a power to come through on the other side from that. You are like a very successful and accomplished person from the outside. That's how others view you, and you're the kind of person that is, I would say, seasoned in the role. Yeah, that really tells me that you're seasoned. And by seasoned I mean just experienced, and that means that you are able to see a lot of things through that maybe others don't have the possibility to see, or maybe they're not seasoned enough to do that. They might not have to be seasoned in a way that they are very much experienced or not. Maybe they need to be experienced in this particular setting, right? So if someone from the outside comes and joins the company, even though they come with a lot of experience from the outside, they are not really fully familiar of what's happening here in this particular establishment, and you have a way to bring this forward and unfold it for them, and also by collaborating with others to see through on the other side of this situation. Yeah, so that's the most important message here, and other people see that you can do it, so they see you as a person that can really uplift the situation here. Right, thank you so much for the group number 3. Thank you for sticking around. Let me know in the comment section below how did that resonate with you, and I also would love if you could hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to see more videos from me. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day or evening ahead, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.